Thank you so much. Thanks for coming out tonight. I'm going to start right in with a dulcimer piece called, well, it's basically one that I use to celebrate whatever season we're in. We're still in winter here, believe it or not. Thank you very much. All right, thanks. This next one is called The Magic Shirt. Thank you. Thank you. This next one is it's based on a old traditional Appalachian piece called Old Joe Clark, and I've taken it to some new places, and it has this kind of techno Indian feel, so I'm calling it New Joe Clark. Thank you. So, just in case you're unfamiliar with the instrument, it's called a hammer dulcimer. And it's a traditional instrument in the Appalachian Mountains, but it has its origins in a Persian instrument called the santur. And you can find it in many different cultures around the world. But this is the American version. So here's a song that was inspired by a guy that I met, and he had this wonderful gift for doing body work and energy work on people, massage and stuff like that. And he just always gave it for free. He felt like it was a gift that was given to him, and he wanted to share it. And he was able to support himself as a truck driver. And when he was in the midst of the height of his career, he would go out doing his routes as a trucker, and then he would work on people at truck stops. And apparently, he got to be quite famous, and people would come from far away to meet him at whatever truck stop he was headed to, and get worked on. So I thought that was a pretty cool story, and I took that and I ran with it, and this is what I came up with. It's called Truck Stop Healer. Truck stop healer in your 18-wheeler. Truck stop healer out on the interstates. Truck stop healer, you do it all by feeling and a whole lot of faith. He drove the big roads from Tacoma to Sheridan. His flatbed trailer looked like a covered wagon. He'd set up at the truck stops just like some kind of shaman. People drive all the way up from Texas just so he can work on truck stop healer in your 18-wheeler. Truck stop healer out on the interstates. Truck stop healer, you do it all by feeling and a whole lot of faith. Well, he'd even work on the dirty dens, the truck stop Tommies, the light lizards and the pew popping zombies. He didn't charge a nickel or a dime. He set up on the fuel islands for anyone who could follow the white lines, just so they could find him. Truck stop healer in your 18-wheeler. Truck stop healer out on the interstates. Truck stop healer, you do it all by feeling and a whole lot of faith. He flipped his odometer countless times. He kept his speedometer within the lines. He watched his tachometer as he climbed. He always brought people clear over to the flip side. Truck stop healer. Well, he had his logbook and he had his good book. He could chant you right into a trance in the original Bible language. I know his breath was labored and his voice was rough. Oh, he laid his hands on you, that would be enough. Truck stop healer in your 18-wheeler. Truck stop healer out on the interstates. Truck stop healer, you do it all by feeling and a whole lot of faith and a whole lot of faith. Thank you so much. This next one is also about a interesting person I met out there on the road, or more like on the street. This was a guy who was playing a hammered dulcimer When I first got out to Seattle in 1985, I actually hadn't started playing hammer dulcimer yet. But this guy was playing, and he was playing on the Ave, and I was working up there. And, you know, on like a cold November rainy night, he'd be out there playing this beautiful music on the hammer dulcimer, and it just brought the streets alive. And I was always so impressed with how he did that and how humble he was. I ran into him in Arizona later that year, and he had been up in the mountains, and he came down. He was all aglow from his time up there, and he said, you know, that's what I do. I go to these beautiful places, and I get all filled up, and then I send it back out through the music. So this is for him. His name's Brian. Mick knows Brian. Could I have just a little more monitor? Kevin, thank you. Yeah, thanks. Brian came down from the mountains in his sheepskin coat and hat. It was like his whole body was shouting, and his eyes, they blazed like that. We in our shorts and t-shirts wondered at his attire. Well, he just come from the high desert, thanks, carrying his broken lyre. In the other hand he held a wilted bunch of flowers. Well, he grinning so hard we felt it, said, these are now yours. Yeah, Brian brought the music down. Brian brought the music down. Yeah, Brian brought the music down. Brian brought the music down. I first met him in the north. He was kneeling on a cold sidewalk where he was playing his well-worn lyre, of course. Man, he could really make that thing talk. An invisible beam ran through him and it bounced right back out. Where you see what he was doing was casting out the doubt. Well, he touched all the busy crowds rushing to catch their trains, yeah, do their shopping rounds or dodge the coming rain. Well, Brian brought the music down. 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 They would stop for a moment and they would let that music wash them down. Let the maelstrom cease for a few moments of peace. Then moving on, they'd smile, meet the eyes of a stranger, lay aside the guy, forget their anger, 'cause Brian brought the music down. Well, then Brian went back into the desert, and he climbed right back into those hills, where to find again the presence of 100 whippoorwills. A billion diamonds in the sky, yeah, big horned sheep on the ridge. Well, the sound of of water running by to become that human bridge. Brian brought the music down, Brian brought the music down. Yeah, Brian brought the music down, Brian brought the music down. Brian brought the music down, Brian brought the music down. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, wait. This next one is a new song. Last winter, in spring, I was part of this women's songwriting circle on Orcas Island where I live. We would meet once a month and we would share new songs that we'd written, give each other feedback and stuff. It was really great, very inspiring, and good to have a deadline, you know, to bring new material in. First time I'd ever belonged to a song circle. It was just really great. And this is one of the songs that came out of it. It's from a magazine article that I read. It's called The Coal Song, and you're going to hear 3 different voices of people who live with coal in different ways. One's a coal miner, and one is a coal miner's daughter, and she lives downstream from a mountaintop removal operation. And then another is a Native American woman who lives on a reservation in Nevada where they have a coal-fired power station there. I am an old man, lived on this mountain, yeah, all of my live along my life. Well, my daddy, he was a coal miner, and I followed in his footsteps, but the times, they're changing by and by. Well, they blow the tops off the mountains and bury the streams and rivers. Jesus, on that Father, and I miss my friends and neighbors, the music and the dances, lost to the almighty dollar. Black, black dust on the trees and water, black dust in our love. Black, black light we give to our sons and daughters. Oh dear Lord, what have we done? Way down here in Glen Wyatt, well, we got all kinds of cancer now. Sometimes I've never been seen before. I am a coal miner's daughter, but I also am a mother in this tragedy I will not ignore. So look out, big coal, because I'm a coming for you. I'm the queen of the Appalachian born. Black, black dust on the trees and water, black dust in our love. Black, black light we give to our sons and daughters. Oh dear Lord, what have we done? I remember we used to be able to shout across the holler. We go out and dancing to the steps of the caller. Oh, the fiddle and the banjo and our blue mountain lady flowers. Way down on the reservation, the Indian nation, right up next to the coal fire station. When the black cloud forms, yeah, we all stay indoors. Don't let our children out to play. They all still have asthma from breathing in this air. Dear Lord, please hear our prayer. Oh, my grandmother, she told me how we used to live in the desert, with the rhythm of the land and the seasons, with the wisdom of the ancestors. Oh, the mountain and the yucca, that after rain would burst into flower. Black, black dust on the trees and water, black dust and our love. Black, black night we give to our sons and daughters. Oh, dear Lord, what have we done? Oh, dear Lord, what have we done? Thank you very much. So I'm going to go back to the hammered dulcimer and play a set of traditional tunes for you from Ireland and Scotland. The first one is a slow reel called Sleep Soon Ida Morning. It's from the Shetland Isles. And the other two are jigs. They're both from Ireland, and they're called the Wailing Banshee and Sean Ryan's. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. This next one is a piece written by a friend of mine who's a really wonderful hammer dulcimer player. I've been really inspired by his work. And his name is Doug Birch, and the piece is called The Ocean of Wisdom. Yeah. Thank you very much. I think I'm just going to I'm just going to do one continuous set rather than take a break. You're free to get up and go to the bathroom or get coffee and pasties as you like. But I'm just going to keep on with the flow here. And I'm going to do one called another set of Irish tunes, and these are all jigs. This set is called The Boys of Ballasdare. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. This, Willie Coleman's. Yeah. Yeah, it goes the Boys of Ballast Air, No Luck About the House of Willie Coleman's. Yeah. That's the way the traditional tunes are. They're kind of short, and you repeat them, so they medley them together in sets. So they're called sets. And those were all jigs, but there were different kinds of jigs. First was a slip jig in 9/8. Next was a slide in 12/8, and finally was a regular jig in 6/8. If that makes any sense to you, if it doesn't, just ignore me. But I'm going to do one next for you that I wrote, and it's called The Conversation. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I think I need to take a break because I might. Do you know why that little crackling thing is happening? It might be the battery on that. So I'll take a break and change the batteries. And then I'll come back for a second set. So stick around. I'm Carolyn Cruso. I live on Orcas Island. This is a hammered dulcimer. I've got guitars. I've got CDs. I got a mailing list. Check it out during the break. And I'll be back as soon as I change the batteries.
One flies in to kiss the joint, boldly struts around.